It's Sunday. So what's that mean? It means it's your dose of single Sundays. That's right. I decided to go a little bit more mobile again, trying to head out. Well, got a new wireless mic. Got to feel like how that ends up going. Without further ado, let's dive in and shine some light on the subject. So I ended up missing one book last week. What did I end up missing? Well, a book that I would be somewhat interested in. It's only the second thing. But before I end up doing that, this is the blast from the past because I ended up missing it. So, with that said, we got Stephanie Phillips, Daredevil. Had some development that came along with it. We have Matt Murdock trying to deal with something called Froggy and to cover him for something. The new villain that they end up having, he's trying to recruit someone of another, well, I guess red in his colors. If that's something that you're interested into, that is going to be Daredevil #2 by Stephanie Phillips. So that covers the blast from the past. That's the one I ended up missing. I have a rule that if I end up going to a comic book shop, I only use my card once. Straight up once, because I don't want to be double dipping with fees and stuff like that for them. My LCS, I didn't end up picking it up and I found it afterwards. So I'm like, I'll just save it for next week. So that means we are going to dive into our pull list. What's a pull list? Well, a pull list is where you go to your local comic book shop, or you can have an online comic book shop and end up getting the books that you want to be getting pulled for you. So that makes sure that you end up getting everything that you're looking for and gives the shop a guaranteed sale. Nice, solid way. It's a win-win situation all the way around. But we have 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So that means we have top 5 this week. You ready for this craziness? Start at number 5. Thundercats X Silverhawks. Number 2. You see some Sutara action. We get a little bit more information going down the road, trying to get the Silverhawks. We end up getting more of the Silverhawks coming over. Panthro over at the base doing stuff. And we find a little bit more about this Black or Dark Hawk characters. Sutara ends up seeing a young Snarf and Lionel. And I wonder what this is going to end up doing. This is more of like a background setup. A little bit more knowledge that's coming over with it. Still, I'm still intrigued with the event that's going to be going on. And if you're staying tuned, we ended up covering Silverhawks and Thundercats Lost so far. And we have another one coming down the horizon. Coming at number 4, Absolute Batman, issue number 20. More development going on. We end up getting a little bit more story behind the Batman. More story of Absolute Batman. Where we end up getting the Scarecrow that's also into this. And we see a little bit of the partner in crime that we end up expecting to be having a little bit more playful. It's by Scott Snyder and Dragotta on art. And we end up seeing, well, towards the tail end, some Robin action. Coming in at number 3, it's going to be Null. We end up having a big character death. And this is also the final issue of this series. I know it's a little bit mini-series. This is issue number 5 by Ewing and Waltz. Waltz is notorious for Last Ronin. Ewing, Incredible Hulk, and among many different other things. This is going to be playing into the Queen in Black. And yep, you see that right. Null is now bathed in the light. He's seeing the light. And it's going to be going up against Hela, which is the Queen in Black currently. And it has some kind of interesting things that goes on with that. Definitely something that's going to be fun to be able to spin into. And I think it's going to be another like a mini event. I don't know if it's going to be a title-wide event, but or I should say company-wide event, not title-wide. All right, number 2 is Captain America number 11 by Chip Zdarsky. We have more Hulks that's going on. We have shenanigans that's afoot. And we have possibly a fatal injury done to our main character. And we'll also see a little bit more of a payoff to see what's going to be going on. Because, as you know, Doom's missing. But there's a clone of Doom. And there may be a presence of Doom. Maybe. Just maybe. But it was an alright story. Had good progression. And had an alright story that went on with it. So, with that, that means we're at our top book of the week. That's right. It wasn't Thundercats like everyone probably would have been expecting. But this week is issue number 32 of Transformers. There are more than meets the eye. This is over by Hickman. No, by Kirkman. I keep on getting those two. This is by Kirkman. And honestly, it's kind of surprisingly, I kind of like this going over with it. It has the story progressing. And let's say the matrix of leadership ends up having a new clause. Interesting how that ends up working out. Had a bunch of action that goes along with it. And some great development of that entire matrix of leadership. With that, that ended up pushing it over the top of me enjoying it. Alita, you're doing a decent job. We'll see what we end up going with. So that is our Single Sundays, or should I be saying that's your dose of Single Sundays? What did you think of it? Did you read anything that you ended up liking? Put it down in the comments down below. Or that was your dose of Single Sundays. And until next time, we'll see you later.